Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, and yes, this is me riding a skateboard. Now, I've been riding skateboards since the age of 13, and I used to be pretty good at riding a skateboard, except now I'm much older, and when I fall down, it takes a while to get back up. Now, the skateboard I'm riding is called the Backfire Zealot V, and it's actually designed for beginners. What I really like about this board are the glowy lights. Yeah, on the board it looks pretty cool, and the manufacturer has placed those LED light strips in the ABS material construction of the board so you can never damage the lights. Now, the deck is a 6-layer ABS glass fiber composite material. Yes, there's maple in there, amongst other high-tech materials. And the deck is built strong enough to support the weight of a 245-pound human. Now, you're going to get some flexibility at 245 pounds, but if you weigh next to nothing like I do, then that flex only happens when you hit potholes. Now, of course, the LED light has a cool factor to it, but it also has a safety factor to it. Now, I've driven the skateboard several times in the evening, and I like it because I'm highly visible. Cars see me. As a matter of fact, some of them stop to check it out, but at least they're not running over me. Next, let's talk about the propulsion system on this baby. The two large brushless motors are belted motors, and they have a power output of 750 watts, which means they can really push you forward at a good speed. And if you ever break a belt, 2 additional belts are included. And like most electric skateboards, the power system on this board is designed to provide you with continuous power even at a 30-degree incline. So how fast can this skateboard go? Well, top speed is 26 miles per hour, which is 42 kilometers per hour, and I will say if you're new at riding skateboards, that's very fast. But for those of you who are experienced skateboarders, well, that's an average speed. Next, let's talk about the battery, the ESC, and the range. Starting with the battery, we have a 42 volt, 6 amp hour, 216 watt Samsung battery. The ESC is a Backfire 10S. The max range achievable is 12.5 miles. Now, when riding the skateboard for cornering purposes, you do have 7-inch 50-degree reverse kingpin trucks. And these trucks give you a very confident ride at all speeds. Even driving on bumpy or uneven surfaces, the board continues to track straight. This is good because you never get the feeling of a loose board below your feet. Now, the wheels are 55 millimeters wide with a 96 millimeter diameter. And of course, they're made of your typical hard polyurethane compound, which is good for general purpose riding. This means you have really good grip in cornering, unless of course you hit loose gravel, then you're going to go sliding a bit. The skateboard is IP65 rated, which means you can drive it on wet roads. Overall, for the price, it's a very desirable skateboard. Now let's talk about the Bluetooth remote. Your remote is your typical Bluetooth remote, but based on the price of the skateboard, I was kind of surprised that the remote they include is actually pretty decent. So before first use, you need to charge up the remote with the included USB cable. A few of the things I like about this remote compared to other skateboards is it has a dedicated switch to go forward or in reverse. It also shows you the remaining battery power on your board as well as your remote. In addition, it has an odometer to show you how far you've ridden as well as your current speed. And finally, there's a 1-button selector to go from economy mode to sport mode. Using the remote, you can also change the appearance of the LED lights on the board. So you have 4 LED light settings. You have off, fully on, breathing, blinking. Now, in my short test of driving the board around with the lights fully on, I really could not tell if the LED lights were having a major effect on the battery. I'm sure if I drove a super long distance and was down to like 1 or 2% of battery power remaining, well then I'd shut off the lights so I could get the extra distance in travel. Okay, so now you're wondering, what are my overall impressions of this skateboard? Well, let's begin with the packaging. My board traveled from China to Canada with no damage. Not only that, but everything was ready to go right out of the box. And speaking of the box, an accessory box is also included that has plenty of goodies, such as important information about the 6-month warranty. You have a QR code to the Backfire app as well as a QR code to the user guide, and plenty of instructional videos. No hip and happening skateboard would be complete without stickers. You also receive a multi-function skateboard tool, spare parts such as nuts and bolts, a few Allen key tools, a USB-C cable to charge up your Bluetooth remote, 2 spare belts for the brushless motors, the charging brick to charge up your skateboard, as well as the applicable cable for your country. Here's a close-up of the back of the charger. Using this charger, if you have an empty skateboard, it will take about 2 hours to fully charge it. Now my very first ride on this skateboard was filmed, as you can see here. I'm wearing a brightly colored helmet just in case things go wrong. I will say I was very impressed with the acceleration. It's very linear and very smooth. As well, I was expecting a harsh ride because my paved roads are really rough. Surprisingly, the board has a bit of give to it, so you don't really notice the rough roads as much as you normally should. Acceleration was pretty good, and cornering was just what I expected with a brand new board. And that is that you can't make tight corners unless you loosen the trucks. I could easily turn on most streets, but if I wanted to turn sharp, nope, I would end up crashing or just have to jump off the skateboard. Of course, experienced skateboarders are going to loosen the trucks to their liking, but people new to electric skateboards should definitely leave them tight until they break in the skateboard. Now the weight of the skateboard is just over 16 pounds, just over 7 kilograms, which means it's very portable. This is the type of skateboard designed for commuting. You can carry it on a bus, carry it on a train, it doesn't take up a lot of space, then jump off, go to your destination. Now the board is not a full-size longboard, it's only 33 inches, 855 millimeters long, and the width is only 8.5 inches, 215 millimeters at its widest point. So based on the weight, the dimensions, and even the price, this is one of the best commuting skateboards you can buy. Now the ZEALOT V is available in 2 color schemes. You can get it in black and white or pink and white. And it is designed for beginners. First-time skateboarders can easily ride this skateboard with a little bit of practice. Now if you're wondering about the price of this board, it's really not that expensive considering what you get. Currently, as of today, the price is $599 US, but I would suggest to go check the website, the links below this video, because it's often on sale. And if you're wondering, this skateboard is now my daily use skateboard for commuting. So if you have questions on the ZEALOT V, post them below and I'll get back to you with the answer. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and I will catch you in a future video with many more cool product reviews. Until then, I say bye!